Hello, my name is Randy Dobson. I'm an instructor here in the Houston, Texas area, and this video will be covering the AutoCAD 3D Rotate. You, as a AutoCAD user, you've probably worked in 2D and dealing with rotate, and I've got a couple objects here. Excuse me, that I'm going to come up here. Right here, you've got rotate, and then you have 3D rotate. Well, your regular rotate will still work. I'm going to use rotate, and I'm going to pick this cylinder, and as you can see, I can rotate it on this one plane. That's all that I can do is rotate it like that. Okay. uh, 2D will only work on one plane. I'm just rotating it. That is where the 3D, you now have three different ways of rotating it, and I'm going to show you here. When you go to rotate, you pick your object. I'm going to pick this right here, hit enter, and we're going to go ahead and select the center of this right there. Now you kind of hover over which axis you want to rotate on. You've got this axis, which will rotate it this way. Okay. I'm going to hit escape. I actually have to start it over again. If I go on the red, then it goes this way. Or I can go on the blue, and the blue is really, excuse me, is more, well, actually it won't do it. Let me see here. Let me get the blue here. The blue is actually rotating on itself. Let me move this out of the way over here for a second. Let me try that again. I'm going to select this object, and I'm going to put the base over here. So see, if I do the blue, then it's just like 2D, just like I did this cylinder. Okay. To whereas if I pick the green, it'll rotate this way. So you have your three axes that you can rotate on, and again, you need to know which way you want it to go. If you do it here in the center, you can pick which way the object is going to rotate around that axis. Now, if I started 3D rotate over here, and I put this say this red one, it's going to rotate along that red line. So if I click here and go, as you can see, it's going around that one, just the same as if I did 2D rotate and I picked over here, it's going to go around it. If you remember from my 2D videos, I talk about the planets and the sun, and how the sun is the center point, or the rotation point of the planets, and the planets revolve around the sun. Yes, I know it's not circular, but that's a whole another subject for talking purposes. Let's just imagine they all go around it in a circular motion. And so here, if I pick the rotation point right here, then of course it rotates around that. Okay. So the biggest thing is when dealing with 3D, just like with this right here, if I pick this green, as you can see, it's going to rotate. If I type in 90, then I've rotated it 90 degrees, and it's actually on another plane. So it's a nice little tool. Getting used to the little gyroscope, as I call it, is really the only thing. And again, you have to pick a plane, or an axis point plane, to what you're going to rotate it on. You need to know how you want to rotate it, whether it's going to be this way, or on the blue. And like I said, the blue is just 2D. If you were just going to rotate it sideways, then you can just use plain old 2D and just rotate it like that. There's nothing fancy with that. So you can still utilize that old 2D rotate. And that concludes my video on 3D rotate. Thank you.